Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we like to, really get into a fascinating subject.
That's right.
And today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of New York City real estate.
Yeah.
Through the lens of one extraordinary figure.
Really is.
Larry Silverstein.
Absolutely.
And we've got a ton of material here.
Yeah, we do.
Interviews, timelines, biographical details, even a glossary of real estate terms.
Oh, wow.
To help us unpack this guy's life.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is the American dream.
He really is.
In a way you might not expect.
Yeah, and what I think is so captivating about Silverstein's story is it's not just about bricks and mortar.
Right.
It's about resilience, strategic partnerships, and the sheer audacity to dream big in one of the most competitive markets on the planet.
Right, and we're going to see him rise from these modest beginnings to become a real estate titan, leaving his mark on the New York City skyline.
Huge mark.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Silverstein's rise, it wasn't just about hard work. It was about this, like, contagious chutzpah.
Right.
This bold can-do spirit.
Absolutely.
That allowed him to not just outmaneuver rivals, but to actually turn them into partners.
Yeah, I love that.
And then his story takes this truly dramatic turn with 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
And his role in rebuilding the World Trade Center.
Right. It's a story of both extraordinary triumph and profound tragedy.
Yeah.
Truly.
Culminating in this remarkable chapter of rebirth and renewal.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's unpack this guy.
Right.
Starting with Silverstein's early years.
Okay.
He got his first taste of the real estate world working alongside his father.
Right.
A real estate broker specializing in Manhattan loft spaces.
Okay.
But while he learned the ropes of the business, he also had this crucial realization.
Oh, yeah.
Being a broker, it wasn't enough.
Exactly. There's a pivotal moment where Silverstein realizes that ownership, not just brokering deals, is the key to true success.
Right.
He was inspired by Harry Helmsley's syndication of the Empire State Building, understanding that even without a vast fortune, you can achieve incredible things in real estate through this concept of syndication.
Hold on, syndication.
Yeah.
I think we need to break that down for folks who aren't real estate moguls.
Sure. Syndication's basically like crowdfunding a skyscraper.
Okay.
It allows someone like Silverstein to pool money from multiple investors, giving him the financial firepower to take on larger projects than he could ever handle solo.
Okay.
It was a key tool in his arsenal.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So armed with this new knowledge and a healthy dose of ambition, Silverstein sets out on his own.
Yeah.
And his first acquisition is, wait for it,
Okay.
220 East 23rd Street.
Okay.
Not exactly the Empire State Building, is it?
No, not quite. But here's where Silverstein's resourcefulness shines.
Okay.
He doesn't have a ton of capital, so he gets creative.
Right.
First, he secures a mortgage.
Okay.
But that's not enough.
Right.
Then he taps into a surprising network.
Oh, really?
His father's former tenants, bringing them on board as investors.
That's incredible. Talk about turning your network into an asset.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just about knowing the right people, was it?
Absolutely not. This first deal reveals a pattern we'll see again and again.
Okay.
Silverstein's remarkable talent for recognizing undervalued assets.
Yeah.
His knack for structuring deals that benefit all parties involved.
Right.
And his charisma in getting people excited about his vision.
Yeah.
It's almost like he invented the concept of win-win.
Right.
In the real estate world.
And this strategy of collaboration?
Yeah.
Of turning potential competitors into partners? Becomes this defining characteristic of Silverstein's approach.
I agree.
This wasn't about cutthroat competition.
No.
It was about recognizing the power of strategic alliances.
Exactly.
And this is perfectly illustrated by the story of how he acquired the Columbia Pictures building at 711 Fifth Avenue.
All right.
This is classic Silverstein.
Yeah.
He's facing multiple bidders. But instead of engaging in a bidding war, that would drive up the price.
Right.
He reaches out to his rivals and proposes a partnership.
Wow.
So he basically says, hey, instead of battling it out and potentially losing, why don't we all win together?
Precisely. And it works.
Wow.
They acquire the building together, avoiding inflated prices, and ultimately reaping the rewards of that collaboration.
Okay.
And here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
When they later decide to sell to Coca-Cola, Silverstein initially resists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's convinced they can squeeze more profit out of it.
This is where that chutzpah we talk about comes into play, right?
Absolutely.
He's not afraid to push for what he believes in.
He's a strong leader with firm convictions.
Yeah.
But here's the key. While he's a strong leader with firm convictions, he also understands the power of consensus.
Right.
He ultimately respects his partner's opinions, and they all end up profiting handsomely from that decision. It's a testament to his ability to balance his own vision with the wisdom of collaborative decision-making.
This collaborative spirit and incredible business acumen really set the stage for what might be his most ambitious project before the World Trade Center.
Yes.
7 World Trade Center.
This is where Silverstein's willingness to bet on himself truly shines.
Yeah.
He wants to move beyond just acquiring existing buildings.
Right.
He wants to develop his own.
Wow.
But this project involved enormous financial risk.
He personally guaranteed a $300 million loan.
Right.
That's a massive leap of faith for someone who started with very little.
It is. And then adding to the pressure, major tenants backed out.
Oh, wow.
But Silverstein, true to form, perseveres.
Okay.
He finds even larger replacements, proving his vision correct.
Wow.
The 7 World Trade Center project wasn't just a building, it was a statement.
It was Silverstein saying, I can handle this. I can identify the opportunities others miss and make them a reality.
Exactly. And that confidence, that ability to navigate risk and turn challenges into triumphs would be crucial in the years to come.
Right.
Because as we know, Silverstein's story is about to take a dramatic and unexpected turn.
Yeah.
For sure.
So just weeks after celebrating his acquisition of the World Trade Center lease for $3.2 billion.
Wow.
The unthinkable happened, 9/11.
It's difficult to grasp the sheer scale of that tragedy.
Yeah.
And for Silverstein, it was deeply personal.
He narrowly escaped becoming a victim himself.
He did. Thankfully, he had a dermatologist appointment that morning.
Wow.
Something his wife Clara insisted he couldn't miss.
A twist of fate that undoubtedly changed the course of history.
Yeah.
But amidst the devastation and the immense personal loss, Silverstein's commitment to rebuilding the World Trade Center was immediate and unwavering.
It was fueled by this profound sense of purpose.
Wow.
He saw the rebuilding not just as essential for Lower Manhattan's economic recovery, but also as a powerful symbol of defiance against terrorism.
Yeah.
He wanted to show the world that New York City would not be cowed, that it would rise again stronger than ever.
But as you can imagine, the rebuilding process was monumental.
Oh yeah, 23 years.
23 years of political battles, bureaucratic hurdles, and intense public scrutiny.
I mean, Silverstein faced criticism from all sides.
Right.
Some questioned his rental rates, doubting whether businesses would ever want to return to that location.
Yeah.
Others argued over architectural designs, security measures, and the overall vision for the site.
It was a balancing act of epic proportions.
It was.
He had to navigate the emotional weight of the tragedy, the logistical complexities of the project, and the immense pressure from stakeholders with competing interests.
And it's fascinating how Silverstein, despite being known for his collaborative approach, sometimes had to take a firm stand and fight for his vision.
Oh, yeah.
Even Mayor Bloomberg, who was initially skeptical, eventually became a strong advocate for Silverstein's plans.
Didn't a documentary about the rebuilding process play a role in shifting public opinion?
It did. The documentary offered an unvarnished look at the sheer complexity of the project, the logistical nightmares, the emotional toll it took on everyone involved, including Silverstein himself.
Right.
And this transparency helped to galvanize public support and put pressure on authorities to streamline the rebuilding process.
So despite the immense challenges and the constant scrutiny, Silverstein's determination never wavered.
Never.
He saw the rebuilding as far more than just a real estate project. It was a mission, a testament to the indomitable spirit of New York City.
And throughout this incredibly challenging period, he never lost sight of the human cost of the tragedy.
Right.
He and his wife Clara established a scholarship program to fund medical students pursuing family medicine.
That's incredible, a powerful testament to their values.
It is.
They chose to support a field that's often underfunded, but absolutely essential, particularly in times of crisis.
Especially in times of crisis, yes. And it speaks to their deep belief in giving back. In using their success to make a tangible difference in the world, and ultimately, after years of relentless effort and unwavering commitment, Silverstein saw the World Trade Center rise again, a symbol of hope and renewal that stands tall against the New York City skyline.
It's incredible. It's an incredible achievement. It's testament to his vision, his resilience, and his ability to bring people together, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy.
Absolutely.
But Silverstein's story doesn't end there.
Yeah.
He also took this remarkable approach to succession planning.
He did Silverstein Properties. The company he built from the ground up is now led by his daughter and son-in-law.
A true family legacy. You can sense the immense pride he feels in seeing the next generation carry on the work he started so many years ago.
It's a fitting culmination to a career that began with a single loft building on East 23rd Street. Silverstein's story is a testament to ambition, collaboration, and an unshakable belief in the power of human resilience. It's a reminder that even in the face of profound challenges, we can rebuild, we can innovate, and we can create something truly extraordinary.
So as we delve deeper into Larry Silverstein's journey, I think it's worth highlighting a few key takeaways. What stands out to you?
For me, it's the power of turning competitors into partners. Silverstein's success wasn't built on cutthroat tactics, but on recognizing that collaboration can lead to greater outcomes for everyone involved. He understood that in the world of real estate, sometimes the best way to win is to bring others along with you.
I completely agree, and I'm also struck by his unwavering belief in his own vision, even when others doubted him.
Yeah.
He saw the potential in places others overlooked, and wasn't afraid to take calculated risks to make that potential a reality, whether it was securing that first loan or committing to the seemingly impossible task of rebuilding the World Trade Center. He never shied away from a challenge.
And let's not forget his resilience.
Yeah.
The man faced setbacks that would have crushed most people, yet he never gave up. He learned from his mistakes, adapted to changing circumstances, and kept moving forward with incredible determination.
He even managed to find humor in the darkest of times. I read that during the incredibly tense negotiations over the World Trade Center rebuilding, he once diffused a heated situation by joking about the quality of the coffee being served. He understood the importance of maintaining a sense of perspective and finding moments of levity even in the midst of immense pressure.
It's a remarkable quality. He turned tragedy into a catalyst for renewal, not just for the World Trade Center, but also for himself. His story is an inspiration, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit can achieve incredible things.
I think a key question to consider as you continue to explore Silverstein's story is this: how did his early experiences, particularly his financial struggles, and the lessons learned from his first building acquisition, shape his later successes and his ability to handle the immense challenges of rebuilding the World Trade Center?
Yeah, it really is fascinating to think about how those early days, like just scrounging up the money for that first little building on 23rd Street, you know, it might have actually been like the training
for rebuilding the World Trade Center.
There's definitely a through line there.
Yeah.
You know, those early experiences really instilled in him the importance of resourcefulness, creative deal-making, and a willingness to take calculated risks.
Yeah.
All those lessons were put to the ultimate test in the aftermath of 9/11.
It's almost like those early challenges were a training ground for like one of the most complex construction projects in history.
For sure.
But it wasn't just about like financial savvy and risk tolerance, was it?
Right. Silverstein also frequently emphasizes like the human element of business, something he learned from his father.
Okay.
He often talks about how a handshake should be as good as a contract.
Right.
That trust is paramount.
And that philosophy clearly influenced how he navigated those incredibly complex negotiations, whether he was dealing with investors, government officials, or even competing developers.
It did, and it's a valuable lesson for anyone in any field.
Yeah.
Especially in a world as high stakes and multifaceted as real estate, relationships really matter.
Yeah.
Silverstein had this remarkable ability to build those relationships to find common ground, even with people who had very different interests or perspectives.
It's a good reminder that business isn't just about numbers and contracts, it's about people.
Yeah.
It's about understanding their motivations, their fears, their aspirations.
It is.
And sometimes it's about sharing a joke over a bad cup of coffee to diffuse a tense situation.
Absolutely. And throughout his career, Silverstein consistently demonstrated that ability to connect with people on a human level.
Yeah.
He always seemed to see the bigger picture, the impact his projects would have, not just on the skyline, but also on the lives of everyday New Yorkers.
He wasn't just building buildings, he was building a legacy.
He was...
A legacy of resilience, determination, and collaboration.
And that legacy extends far beyond the physical structures he created. It's about the values he embodied, the belief that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, we have the capacity to rebuild, to innovate, and to create something truly extraordinary.
What a story. And for our listeners who are eager to delve even deeper into Larry Silverstein's world, we've got some fantastic resources linked in the show notes. Trust me, this is a deep dive you won't regret taking.
It's a fascinating journey through the world of New York City real estate, but it's also a testament to the power of the human spirit.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive. We'll be back soon with another captivating exploration. Until then, keep diving.